Hi everyone, I'd like to welcome Lydia. So first of all, thank you for coming in. I know that you've referred to us for your eating disorder. It'd be really good to hear from you firsthand as to how you found the clinic and just from the point of deciding that you wanted to get help and then whether you found us through Google or calling us. It'd be good to share your story, really.
Cool. Yeah, so I kind of had a little bit of therapy before, and I hadn't had any for a while, but went away on a hen weekend and found myself in a really low place afterwards. And kind of was like, I need to sort myself out, and kind of went on the internet and did a bit of a search. As I kind of mentioned, my troubles with eating disorder, and found myself on the BEAT website, so a specialist website for eating disorders, and they referenced the clinic, had really good reviews, and kind of went on and did a bit of my own research on your website and kind of self-referred really, and kind of had a first call with Mark over the phone to decide what kind of help I should get.
So after you spoke to Mark on the phone, what happened next?
So I actually came in face-to-face for a meeting with Mark. So it's a little bit daunting sometimes when you think you're going to see a psychiatrist, because I'd only ever seen kind of therapists before. But kind of, as I mentioned, was in a really low place and was like, I need to get it sorted this time. So I came in for an initial 1 hour kind of consultation with Mark. Kind of, he put me really at ease, talked kind of about the different services the clinic offer, and kind of spent some time getting to know me, my history, and recommended kind of the next course of action, which was to come in and have sessions with Hadassah, kind of focusing more on the cognitive behavioural therapy side of things.
Can you tell us about the patient pathway and your results that you had with the clinic?
Yeah, sure. So I think kind of my experience with therapy before had been quite prolonged, and I'd kind of delved into kind of some of the root cause of my eating disorder, and some of my issues with kind of self-confidence and all that kind of stuff. So I was expecting to go through, again, quite a lengthy course of treatment. I found the therapy with Hadassah amazing. I think I probably saw her for about 4 months, kind of 1 session a week. And she just immediately understood what I needed. Kind of, we didn't spend too long going over all ground that I felt that I covered, and she gave me really practical tools to help me address not so much the food side of things, but more kind of those underlying issues and the reason that I turned to food as a bit of a comfort mechanism. So yeah, kind of in a reasonably short space of time, actually found that I completely kind of recovered my relationship with food, and my own kind of sense of self-worth as well.
I understand you've been to see other private clinics. What would you say is the differences between them and the Petrie Clinic?
I think it's kind of a more holistic view. So I think when I've had private treatment before, it's either been really deep psychotherapy, kind of looking at my childhood, and trying to unpick some of kind of the issues that I had from that, and try to link them to kind of my eating disorder, but in a slightly tenuous way. Or it's been really focused on food and food diarying, and kind of almost ignoring the other side. What I felt about the treatment here was, firstly, kind of Hadassah really listened to what I thought I needed, and kind of was willing to shape the therapy to kind of meet those needs, but also took that real holistic view of, you know, talking about how I was feeling and kind of some of the triggers from childhood or early life, but also what's happening right here, right now, and what is the connection between some of those kind of learned values or beliefs about myself to kind of my relationship with food. And it was just a brand new way of thinking about everything as a whole that I'd never really experienced before, and I think that just helped me get to the nub of the issue much quicker, and just felt much more positive than I've ever had before. I guess kind of I would cautiously say I'm recovered. So I think my relationship with food is a million times better than I kind of hoped it would be. I don't stress about it. I don't agonise over food choices. I'm really happy to go out for dinner and a glass of wine with some friends. I don't beat myself up in the gym the next day. I exercise because I love myself rather than, punishing myself. And yeah, I just feel in a completely different space. I don't turn to food for emotional kind of comfort anymore. It's a difficult one because I am kind of on a weight loss journey as well. And sometimes you struggle to equate that with self-love, and it's a bit of a difficult balance, but somehow I seem to have it kind of nailed. So yeah, really happy. Definitely recommend the clinic to anyone.
What would you say to anyone that's thinking about cooking with us?
I think I'd say just give it a go. I know it took me a bit of courage to kind of pick up the phone, but from that first conversation I had with Mark, everyone was so lovely, so personable, and put me really at ease. So it can be quite a daunting prospect, but you don't need to worry about that. I think they work really hard to match you with the right person, from a therapist's perspective, and kind of from the first session I had with Hadassah, I knew that was going to work, and it was a really good match. I think just from a convenience perspective, like it's in central London, I came in my lunch breaks or after work, kind of super easy from that regard. And kind of, as I said, it's just, a really nice feel to the place, very different to anywhere I've experienced before. So yeah, pick up the phone or drop them an email. Everyone's really responsive, and yeah, they'll work with you to get the best outcome.